What's going on, guys? It's your boy Bo, and we're back with another video today. And in today's video, I'm going to be giving you my honest thoughts and opinions after a few weeks of gathering information on the upcoming Quidditch Champions video game. So let's get into it. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Bo, and we're back, like I said. And I want to be giving you my honest opinions and thoughts when it comes to the upcoming Quidditch Champions video game. So the community is currently working on their second playtest, and I've been gathering information as much as I can gather from here, this source, that source, kind of sourcing information from wherever I can get it. And I want to be giving you my honest thoughts and opinions on how the game is going to flow and kind of what we should expect to see upon release date. Now, keep in mind, we don't know. I haven't played in any of the playtests. I haven't heard from any of the players that have played in the playtest, so I don't know for sure. So take everything you see here and hear here with a grain of salt. I'm just going over what I think it's gonna be like, because I have tons of esports experience. I've played multiple games throughout the years, thousands upon thousands of hours, and this is what I would expect the game to feel like or be like upon launch date. So let's get into it. So there's currently a rumor going around right now that the game is going to be 4v4. I've heard multiple people say that, and I don't believe that that's going to be the case here. I've actually seen the field. We've all seen the field. I'll go ahead and put a picture here on it. Now, just look at this field. If this is truly an example of what the field is going to look like, do you really think 8 players are going to have this much room to fly around and play the game? I think we're gonna expect to see a 7v7 game mode, and plus the 4v4 doesn't really make any sense. People are saying there's gonna be one role or one position per role, so one keeper, one seeker, one beater, one chaser. I don't think that's not gonna go over real well. So I think it'll be 7v7. You have 3 chasers, 2 beaters, 1 seeker, 1 keeper. That's what I think. There's also been a lot of controversy around how long the games are going to last and how the snitch is going to work. In my honest opinion, I think the games are going to last about 15 minutes, give or take. That gives both teams enough time to get the quaffle through the rings, get some points built up. 15 minutes seems like a good roundabout, maybe 15 to 20, somewhere in there. And you could see the snitch coming into play about 5 minutes till the end of the game, maybe 7. So about 15 to 20 minute games, and the snitch coming into the picture about 5 to 7 close to the end of the game. A lot of people are kind of iffy on how much the snitch is going to be worth. I think it's going to be worth 30 points. I'm still standing by that from the first day. I think it's going to be worth 30 points. I'll put a 95% chance that this snitch will be worth 30 points. Also, in regards to the snitch itself, I am getting more and more information that the snitch is going to be able to roam the outsides of the pitch. It's not going to be limited to just inside the field. Once the snitch releases, I think we're going to be able to actually roam the outside of the pitch. So from the time the game starts, your seeker will be able to roam the pitch looking for the snitch. They just won't have a prompt or be able to catch the snitch until it actually releases, which is going to be that 5 to 7 minute mark. And then from there, you could expect the snitch to start acting, kind of erratically, just all over the place. It speeds up insanely fast, and you're able, the seekers will be able to really just kind of go at it at that point. So from there, that's how I think it's going to happen. It makes the most sense to me. Like I said, take this with a grain of salt. We don't know for sure until the game actually comes out or we get more information. So when it comes to the chasers, I really expect the chasers to be, they'll have prompts to pass the ball to each other. If you're looking at a certain player on your team, it'll give you a prompt, push triangle, push F, push something when you have the quaffle to pass the ball to that person. And the other team can intercept it, they can, knock the other player off, stuff along those lines. I really expect we'll see something like that. And when the chasers get ready to score, I think there's going to be a hold and release type mechanic in the game, to where they'll have the quaffle and they'll have to hold and press a button, and then it'll give you a prompt to where this quaffle is going to go based on how long you hold it. So the longer you hold the button, the farther this ball is going to go, and it'll give you a prompt based on where you're looking to where the quaffle will end up or where it will throw to. So that's how you'll score it through the rings. So now for the beaters were a little in a gray area. I don't really know how the beaters will work. I would assume they'll be able to grab the bludgers themselves. They'll actually be able to grab the bludgers and toss them up and hit them towards other players, or they'll just have a bat and they'll be able to really use the bat as like a baseball type thing, right? So when the bludgers are coming at certain players, you'll be able to use that bat and kind of ricochet it off towards another player or something like that. So I think they'll be able, one, to grab the bludgers, and two, to use the bat to deflect the bludgers. So that's how I think the beaters are going to work. So now, flight mechanics. Everybody's wondering how the flight mechanics are going to work. So I think I have a fairly good understanding, and everybody seems to be just overthinking it or thinking it's going to be insanely hard, or that's going to be where the pros start coming into the scene, is where, how good you can fly on the broom. The broom, I think the flight's going to be super, super basic. You're going to have your forward, backward, left, right, and then your camera angle is going to determine your vertical, how high or low you are in the pitch. So I think it's going to be super simple. I don't think it's going to be too dramatic, because why would you make the number one mechanic in the game super hard or super, learning curve? That doesn't make sense to me. So I think you're going to see a lot of forward, backward, left, right, and then your camera serving as your vertical. So yeah, guys, that's just my honest opinions, or how I see the game being released upon day. That's kind of like where my mindset is at. Take this with a grain of salt. You might have different opinions. You might hear something different. But this, like I said, I gather information all the time. I'm constantly looking for information, looking for leaks, looking for anything I can get, right? And this is the best idea that I've came up with for the game. So like I said, take this with a grain of salt. And till next time, guys, this has been your boy Bo. I'll see you on the Quidditch pitch.